So in 1984, your dad starred in the Toxic Avenger as the
Yes.
knife-wielding leader of the criminal trio that raids the restaurant and has his arm ripped off.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? Then that was 84, bro.
That's amazing, man.
Wow. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Yo, check this, right? I remember my father coming home because he went away for a while to shoot that. You know what I mean? And I was young, I was single digit ages, bro. And I don't know, I think I was like 8. And I remember when he came back, right? He came back, he had a poster of the Toxic. I got the poster. Well, yeah, I gotta find that shit. But listen, he came back with a poster. He's actually on the poster in the animated form. We see the man with the knife with the thing on across the nose. And he was showing me, and I remember being so surprised, like, oh shit. Like I ain't say shit, but I'm like, wow, like my dad on the poster and shit. So this the VHS days. So he had the tape in a black case, right? So he wanted to show the family the movie. But he wanted us to gather like family. And he told me to get some friends. Mind you, I'm 8. So I got like some friends like that live down the block, like my boy Timmy and Shorty, and my cousin Roger from downstairs. And then it was like my brothers, sisters, my mother, my aunt, my grandmother. Like it was a bunch of people. So we made it like a movie night. I'll never forget this day, bro, because the movie had a lot of tits and ass in it, and we was kids. And we was like, oh, and my mother like, close your eyes. And my father was like, nope, they gonna see all this. And we was like, yeah. But his scene come on. And it was just like, I thought it was it, boy. As a kid, I thought we made it. Like, oh shit. And the taco scene come on, his little fight scene. He get his arm ripped off. He starts screaming. I'm sitting there as a kid like, oh my God. Like, I thought we made it. Like, my friends that were there, they was like, yo, I remember coming outside after that. Everybody was like, yo, your father in the movie. Your father in the movie. Like, this shit was crazy. And then, and back then you don't understand, like, a movie was a movie to me. Like, we ain't know the difference in B movies and, you know what I mean, cult classics. I ain't know nothing about that at all. A-list and B-list. Like, a movie was a movie, like, and I'm looking at my father in a movie. So I thought it was like, nigga, this was 84, nigga. I thought we was about to be in Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we are, it's good. We about to be rich. You know what I mean? And then, it took a while for the movie to actually come out. Like I was waiting for it to hit theaters. And then I don't know. I forgot what, I was young. I don't know what happened, but the movie came out in certain theaters, like down in the village, and it wasn't in the major theaters at the time.
Limited release.
It was like a limited release, you know what I mean? So we never caught it in the theaters, but we always had the tape. We always had the tape. And then it just was never like something that I could always point. Like my friends who knew about it was people who came to the house and saw it, but like people like in school, when I would tell them, it was like waiting for this big release, the commercials and all that. It was never like that.
Right.
So it's just like, you just grew up understanding your father was in a release, and as you grow up and start understanding movies, you got the low grade movie that just goes straight to video, and then you got movies that hit the theaters, and then, okay, boom, we start recognizing this shit went straight to video, whatever. So my first time ever seeing it outside of the tape my father brought home as his copy, and that shit still had the numbers running on the bottom, by the way. You know what I mean? It was
Oh, shit.
he bought like a director's copy, like, of the movie that he just gave to everybody, right? So, like, it's the movie, but it's just that, you know what I mean, the number shit. So we had that.
Right.
So my first time ever seeing it outside of that was like around the corner back in the days. Late 80s, early 90s, there was a video store called Royal Video where we could rent videos out of. You know, you rent movies and take them home to watch and shit. And I was in there one day and they had the Toxic Avenger for rent. And I'm looking at the shit, I'm looking at the artwork with the nigga with the mop on front. And I'm like, yo, what, is that my dad movie? And I rented it and I brought it home. And I showed my mom and I said, yo, I think this dad movie. And then we played it, and it was. And we was like, oh, they got it in the video store. And I remember like, but by this time, my father wasn't living here no more. He was back in Detroit. You know what I mean? So, you know, like I said, when I was about 11, 12 years old, he moved back to Detroit. So when I was 8, he was here. So I think I seen that in Royal Video. I think I was like 14. And I rented it like, oh shit, I remember seeing it and I went home like, Mom, let me get $5. And I came out and I rented it, boom, and I came back, Mom, look, I think this is that movie. And we played it and it was, we were like, oh, and I was like, oh, they got it. So I remember taking everybody to the video, look, that's my dad movie right there on the shelf. Mad people was renting this shit coming outside like, yo, your father was, oh, they ripped his arm off, oh. Yo, they put your father in the pizza oven, oh. Like, you know what I mean? This shit crazy, like.
So your dad really only had one arm, right?
Yeah, it's a fact.
How did he lose his arm?
He was hit by a car when he was 11 years old.
Dang, that's terrible, man.
It got dragged under the muffler.
What do you think that did for you to see your dad, you know, doing something, I guess you could call it unorthodox from like a regular job, right? Like on being able to see him on TV like that. Like, how do you think that affected you mentally? Like, as far as did it like expand your mind to what you could do?
Yeah, I thought my father was a superhero. I thought my father was a superhero, bro. I thought my dad was a superhero, bro. This nigga had one arm for all my life knowing him. He lost his arm when he was 11 years old, so all my life knowing him, he only had a left arm. He never had a right arm. And this nigga was a black belt in different styles of martial arts. He was my first martial art teacher. He was a demon. Like, my father was something. He didn't like being considered handicapped. I used to see this man do more things with one arm than people did with two.
Mm.
And this is a fact. I seen him whip ass. I seen him drive. I seen him just cook, fix shit in the house. Like,
It made him more capable than anything.
facts. And that's why I love martial arts, because I seen a one-armed man all my life. I never seen him take a L fighting. I seen him bust ass a couple times. I seen niggas pull out weapons on him and get blood beat out of them. It's a one-armed man. And it's word to him. Rest in peace, my dad. I love you, Pop. You know I'm telling the truth.
Rest in peace.
I seen him protect my sisters. My sister came home crying because some man followed her one day. My father went outside and beat that nigga senseless. Some man disrespecting my mother coming home with groceries one day. Larry, don't go over there. He went over there. Blood on street, blood on curb.
Mm.
Nigga, I'm coming from the supermarket one day with him. You know, my father was in the streets, so, you know, he been out here gambling with people, whatever it is. Some dude walked up on him about him owing something. And he made a comment about me, and last thing I heard was my father say, "Yo, don't disrespect my son." Then I heard trash cans moving and shit. This shit fuck money up. Like, listen, I seen him destroy niggas, bro. I'm not even gonna tell you after he moved to Detroit. Now I'm going to Detroit for the summers. I grew up, but that's why a lot of people say, shout out to Marv One and Quest. If you ever hear me with them, they gonna say I'm from Detroit because I got a lot of history of Detroit too. I used to go to Detroit when my father left and moved back to Detroit. I used to go to Detroit to him for the summers. You know
I
what I
was gonna
mean?
tell you that, Swave. You know, I hope you don't take that the wrong way. That because I know you love Harlem, but I feel like although you have a Harlem vibe about you, you also have like a Detroit vibe about you.
This is why Detroit
Yeah.
also raised me, nigga, and I could tell you about Detroit. Shout out to my cousins. That's another story, B. I got stories about Detroit too. Like I was out there. Staying with my father for the summers too. Detroit summers.
Mm.
This is facts. Like this man it was different. It was different. I missed that, man. I
Rest
ain't
in
gonna
peace to
hold
your
you.
dad, man.
That's a piece, B. I came up under that.